Welcome back. This is Hope Roski with Central Valley Talk. We're going to be talking business right now, and I'd like to welcome Eric Merz. Eric, welcome to the show.
Hi, Hope. Good to be here today.
I'm glad you're here. Eric, you have a very fascinating business, and it really it's to help inspire businesses, if you will, as a coach. Can you tell me a little bit about what you do as a business coach and how it helps with making businesses thrive?
Yeah, well, recently I rebranded my name from Eric Merz Consulting to Vertua Coaching, and the reason I'm bringing that up is what is Vertua Coaching? Vertua comes from two words, veritas and tua, which means your truth. So what I help people do, and this is what I figured out, is I help people find their truth, like where do they want to go with their business? Why do they want to go into it? What do they need to do to get there? How they're going to get there? Who they
Right.
want to do it with? And what's really the passion or thing that drives them to do what they do?
And I think that's so important is to kind of then, it's those asking the questions of companies and where they want to go and what they want to do. When you work with businesses, do you also work with individuals within the companies as well?
Yeah, of course, personnel, the biggest asset any company has and the differentiator are their people. So I work often with the managers, supervisors, line workers as well, because they're the ones doing the work. And we have to support them and figure out how to help them do their job better, to go home safely every day. And we have a profitable business, and we're going to have a place to go to work every day. So, yeah, I work with a lot of people in different areas of the business.
So, with that being said, what do you find, coming out of this whole COVID experience and people, struggling within companies? There's been such a change, a paradigm shift, if you will. What are you doing to bring things back up again for businesses?
Well, I'm getting the owners are struggling because they can't find enough workers, right? So retention and engagement. And so what we found is, yeah, everybody wants a little bit more to get paid, but they also want to be recognized. They want to be part of something bigger than themselves. So those are the things that are going to last longer. We're going to have bidding wars going on until things kind of settle down here for a while. We've
Right.
seen these cycles before, but that's what I'm focused on is organizations building a culture where people want to come to work there every day and it's fun and engaging.
So, what are some of the businesses doing, and what do you suggest to businesses? So, let's say a company is just kind of maybe been dragging a little bit, and they're trying to build that, that climate that lifts the personnel, the rest of the staff up. What are some of the things that you suggest for businesses to do to kind of give them that little leg up, if you will?
One thing we've been doing is looking at their core values, and a lot of them haven't looked at them for a while, and resetting those. In some cases, just throwing the old ones out and getting new ones, getting something that's more actionable that people can put their teeth into. Everybody's honest and has integrity and is trustworthy. Those are platitudes that we expect out of businesses. But let's go a little bit deeper about the clients, about the employees, and find something that really makes people want to come to work in the morning to support those values.
So one of those things I find is, you talked about certain incentives, and I was a teacher for a very long time, and I mean, sometimes the principal would walk in and they'd smile and wave hello, and other times a principal would leave a note and saying, I really appreciated the lesson you were teaching and was very specific about it. And it just gave me that fire I needed back in me to keep going because I was making a difference. So do businesses do the same type of thing? Do they offer certain incentives? Do you suggest that to keep the people going? And it doesn't necessarily have to be a monetary type thing?
Oh yeah, I mean, the gifts are nice, or a few hours off extra early with pay. Little things to help them deal with their family issues. If they're having struggles with their family, giving them that support. So it's really just treating people like you would want to be treated.
Sure.
And it's hard out there, in business. You're trying to get everything done, but you got to take time to find out what people need and then try to meet them where they are. And every case is going to be different.
Right. And with that being said, when you go into a business, what are the size of businesses that you have had the experience to work with?
Well, most of the businesses I work with are in the $1 to $10 million locally owned businesses. That's their gross revenue, those figures. And
So,
so
how
it's
many
pretty.
people do you like are within the company? Then at that point, we're
Oh,
talking 100, 200 maybe?
no, no, we're talking a lot of the companies I work with are anywhere from 10 to 50, 75. I mean, yeah,
Okay.
I've worked with some larger companies, but a lot of these small companies, and that's where the struggle is, really the small business. It's really hard for them to give good benefits because they're not that profitable. So they really have to come to bat with, how they're treating their people.
So when you go into these companies and you start with the whole coaching process, your first day there, what do you do? What does that look like for a business?
Well, first thing we have to do is assess what's going on, and I do interviews, and I check with the owners, of course, to begin with, but then I check their story out against what everybody else is saying, and then we have another powwow and we figure it out. But in fact, I'm going to have to get going here pretty soon, so I got to get another client. I've got to jump on a call with who called me today, so I'm going to have to help them out.
Okay, and I think if you can, Eric, because you've really sounds like you're making a positive impact with so many businesses. How do people get in touch with you if they want to bring you in or just ask you a few questions?
Well, my email address is eric@vertuacoaching.com. That's VERTUA COACHING.com. Or they can call me at 661-343-2373. If I don't answer, leave a message. I'll get back to you.
Okay, so I know you're in the Shafter area, but how far do you travel out of that area?
Well, I have clients in Dallas area. I have a lot of things I can do virtually too. So, and I travel over there one time and get some things set up and then get going. I've got clients in Florida, and I most of my clients though are local, so
Sure.
I'll travel, a couple hours either way.
All right, and one final question. Do you have a specialty business that you work with specifically, or are you just pretty much across the board business?
Mostly service-based businesses, whether it's business to consumer or business to business.
Well, that's wonderful. Eric Merz, I thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you coming on, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you a little bit longer the next time you're here. And I just think what you're doing is so great because you're making a difference and you're keeping people, helping businesses to keep people inspired and motivated. So kudos to you and thank you for what you're doing to help inspire others.
Thank you, Hope, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, and I'll look forward to the next time.
That sounds great. Thank you so much. And we will say farewell to Eric. And this is Hope Roski. For those of you who are celebrating on Sunday, happy Easter. And for those of you who are celebrating on Wednesday, Passover, wishing you a happy Passover. May whatever holiday you're celebrating be happy and a healthy and safe one. And we'll see you back next week.